welcome to Go for Lethal. My name is Zaid Tabani.
I'm Dean Kazanov.
I'm Zach Chamberlain.
I'm Chris Nakamura.
And welcome to an episode where I've moved and I'm using this fucking phone to keep in touch with Dean with the worst internet possible. I have no internet. I'm doing everything I can, and it's also post Evo weekend. This life is a mess. How are all of you doing today?
Dude, we're doing great, assuming you asked us how we're doing, because we heard maybe 3 words from all of that.
Can't you fucking hear me?
Dude, the internet, Zed's internet is insane right now. But yeah,
Oh
I think we're all good.
God,
I think
dude.
for me,
I'm holding listen to me. I'm holding out for 2 more days because the whole thing is we were supposed to get Spectrum and then we found out that we have fiber. We have Fios in this fucking building, and I've wanted fiber longer than I've wanted, less white hair in my beard. So fucking
wait to move on. Jesus.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. You're saving for boxes. We get it.
Did this man just put a kebab in his mouth?
It did, yeah.
Did this man just put a... See, that's the thing, is I know he
Anyway, let's start off with our first topic. Our first topic of the day, right? While I eat this kebab, because I'm having a hard time right now, okay? Our first topic of the day is the ban list, which for some fucking reason we have not gotten yet. If you caught the One Piece Day live stream like me and Dean did while he was helping me pack up my fucking apartment, kebab swallow, sorry. The whole stream was essentially waiting for a ban list to come up. Was Gum Gum Giant going to be banned? Was UP Luffy going to be banned? And eventually, nothing happened. We were pretty much just teased the whole time, but it seems like a ban list is still coming, possibly this weekend. By the time you see this, you may already know what the ban list is. So I want to open it up to the crowd. We haven't gotten a ban list yet. We know Gum Gum Giant is being reprinted. What does this say? What are our ban predictions, which everybody's been making over the last 2 weeks? Are you guys thinking UP Luffy? You guys thinking Gum Gum Giant? For some reason, Zack thinks Going Merry, because everybody's really going gung-ho over Going Merry. What are we thinking?
Zed, you were completely cut out there.
You were completely cut out there for a little bit. But anyway,
yeah.
So at least for me, right? At least for me, and I think Dean and everything else. So we had, because when we thought it was going to happen this weekend, I messaged Dean, or Dean and I were texting, and we had a conversation back and forth, and we just to lock it in, because we didn't want to. Dean, is this list still accurate here that you gave, that we screenshotted?
Yes, but after seeing the secret Luffy announced for OP13, the 6-drop green one. Yeah. I think they have to ban Giant. I'm like, they've just buffed green purple Luffy so much just inherently without considering counter events that they can't let Giant be in that deck.
So here's the thing. So I texted Dean, I was like, give me your final ban list predictions so that we could lock it in and screenshot it and lock it down. Mm-hmm. So Dean texted me, if Bandai isn't a money hungry whore, it's UP Luffy and Gum Gum Giant. Then he said, if Bandai pisses the bed and comes into mommy's room and asks her to change the sheets at 3 a.m., it's 9-cost Big Mom and Going Merry.
So Bandai's definitely not a sponsor after that.
Yeah,
right?
The sponsor's gone after that. Bandai's gone after that. Nobody's getting free boxes out of the 4 of us.
What are you talking about? Konami's lining up the money. It's like, what's up? You guys are degenerates? Okay, good shit. We have a degenerate game for you right now. You ever played Edison?
Oh, you want to talk about crying piss baby? Konami's #1 on the list. There goes that.
Way worse. But anyway, Dean, are you locked into this list still? Are these still your picks?
I feel like we have to consider that they're staging so many reprints and alternate arts for these target cards at this point, right? That I don't think it's a fair assumption to say something's not going to get hit because it was a manga or an SP or for Going Merry, we were talking about how it's in the premium Bandai volume X or whatever, right? So I don't think that's fair. We just have to consider the power level of these cards at this point, and I think it has to be Giant and UP Leader, but I think
Giant
don't want to.
I think Giant should be banned, with especially like now. I'm like definitely after the fucking 6-7 Luffy, 100% it's got to be banned. But like, I don't think it's happening. This is because I'm still of the opinion that they're trying to power creep so they don't have to ban as much. It just feels like that, right? Like they're trying to. I think UP Luffy definitely has to go, but the power creep in this game is getting so exponential with everything that we see just dropping every single day, right? Gorose was already crazy, but then they dropped the fucking a searchable like Nefertiri Vivi like card, like right now, which we'll talk about Imu in a second. Like I don't think that there's going to be like a world where Bandai's gonna kill their, because you have to also understand that like as a competitive thing, yes, it doesn't make sense for Gum Giant to be banned, but like as a company, it would fuck over so many departments. It fucks over the art department, fucks up the logistical department, fucks over so many departments for them to go through all this work to printing out this one fucking special edition of this card and then to ban it before it even comes out in the United States. So like I think it's a smart decision to do, but I think just like because of how corporations work, it's just not a feasible thing for them to do. Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at too. So like again, so that's what Dean sent me, and I sent him back. For me, it's UP Leader, it's Nine Mom, it's Merry-Go, and I think something else random that we're not.
I don't think it's Merry-Go. I think it's Nine Mom definitely, but like I think Merry-Go. Why would they ban Merry-Go?
Like, because I think Merry-Go. If you take Merry-Go out of GP, it changes so many of those matchups. Where like honestly, if you take out Merry-Go, just personally speaking, for Blue Yellow Nami, that becomes like a 70-80% win matchup for me.
And it changes heavily for Blackbeard too.
Yeah, and it changes heavily for Blackbeard. As soon as you take out Merry-Go, that every one of its win spreads like changes across the board.
Merry-Go is like the reverse Enos Lobby, in a sense, where in Enos Lobby in Lucci, if you saw it, your win rate went up so much higher. Same with going Merry.
Yeah.
If you see it, just blanket effect wise, your win rate goes up a fair amount.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was saying was like, so for me, it's those three cards. I don't think Giant. I think if anything, Giant gets limited. But for me, it's a thing of I think it's something random, like the last ban list when we had which card get banned? Raigo. When Raigo got banned, it was something where it was like, whoa, no one saw that coming, right? So I think it's something like that, where it's like, the thing I was telling Dean was like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Red Rock or Pudding or like Tashigi or Cavendish or something that hits another color that we're not thinking
Hody. We've seen a lot of discourse about Hody.
But like Hody,
I don't agree with it, but yeah.
Isn't Hody gonna get rotated? Or Hody's 2 or 3?
No. It's OPO 6. Yeah.
Yeah, OPO 6. So it's fine. But like, so, you know, it's still safe. Again, is it worth the ban? I don't think so. I think taking a life, and it's very situational, where like, I think it's okay. But, you know, for me, it's something like Red Rock, Pudding, Tashigi, Cavendish. Like those cards really don't have downsides, and they're extremely powerful, right? So it's like, okay, like those I could see of like, okay, these are a problem.
Yeah, I just think we have to look at it like those are all fair cards, and what is like actually unfair in like this metagame that we've built, and they're all Luffy decks, like purple Luffy decks, right?
Yeah.
So we just have to hit those, and you just think about like what enables them all. To me, Nine Mom does not enable blue purple Luffy. I think if you don't ban Giant and you just ban Nine Mom, that deck's still going to be around. Just for the fact that, like,
the idea is like, do you want to kill that deck, or do you want to kill, like, what is your?
I'm always a fan of killing.
This is why I think
of the decks and not the whole deck.
But this is why I think that, like, when you guys said limited, I think that's a better solution for a lot of shit that we just don't. Like, they don't limit cards, and they need to start doing that. Like, because I feel like, you know, there's so many the strategy for balancing this game should be like everything's got to go. It should be like, hey, how do we like balance this, not just strike it the fuck down, you know? Because like that is something I did like with Yu-Gi-Oh, where you had shit like Fiber Jar, which is like, again, old fucking reference, but Fiber Jar, which is a busted fucking card, right? Cyber Jar, which is another busted fucking card, right? But limiting them to one still gave you that power fantasy of like, oh, this is such a powerful card to play, but it made it a little bit more mitigative for other issues, right? I think that like
I agree with you 100%, but my thing is, again, I'm in favor of limiting, so let me preface that first.
Same.
But my thing is always, again, we've talked the last couple episodes about like being new player friendly. When you're talking about new player friendliness, limiting a card is really complicated for deck building for as a new player. Like it's hard to like as a new player, just saying, hey, you can play 4 of any of these cards. 4 ofs are it, right? Except this one card that you can only play 1 or 2 of, right? And like as soon as that list gets longer and longer and longer of like limited cards, now I'm having to pull up different things. I'm like, now it's not just
that's right, that's true,
right? Like,
but you still gotta pull up something is banned or not, you know, because
now that I think of, sorry, on that note, Chris, I do actually, now that you point that out, that does make a really good reason as to why they probably won't limit cards, because we talked earlier where we had said they're trying to probably ban as little as possible. So now I don't think they're going to want to make a secondary list, which is a limit list, like a limit list.
Well, we're forgetting they've done it before. So we also have to like take into account. Yeah, so they limited Rad Beam to 1 during the first few sets of the game. In the same vein that Rad Beam or that Gum Giant would, I think, work as a limit, right? Is I think limiting counter events or like cards that just produce an insane amount of value but are defensive. They don't provide any offensive capability, right? You can limit them because as soon as it's used up, you can take that into account for the rest of the game, right? And that's what it used to be. Like your opponent burns their Rad Beam, you'd never have to play around Rad Beam for the rest of the game. And I think that would work in Gum Giant's favor too, right? But I think we just need to be realistic about, like, dude, even Green Purple Luffy with, at this point, what is it, 16 searches after PRB2? They're gonna find their giant, right?
That's so many.
Yeah. Like I just think the card like if we limit giant to 1, right? Who benefits the most from that? Blue Purple Luffy will be fine. I think it'll have a dramatic decrease in power level, right? But it'll be fine. But it's also gonna be really searchable. Black Purple Luffy is gonna be really neutered by that. But then Green Purple Luffy, I don't feel like it'll be that neutered. Like they'll just add in a bunch of the Hody event.
To be honest, there was a point where Green Purple Luffy, the reason I kept on bringing up Blast Breath is Green Purple Luffy used Blast Breath in the early days, and it was actually a better card because it didn't neg so much Dawn. You know, you end up just negging 1 Dawn, and getting the 4K plus, and because like the hand advantage definitely you don't have the crazy hand, but also Green Purple Luffy is searching so much and grabbing so many fucking cards, right? I mean, you're gonna have a pretty large hand anyway. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like, like you're like, especially after seeing that 617, like when we were there, like I was like, they gotta ban it. It's the six cost 7,000 Luffy. They gotta. It's two. What is it? It's a 6. For those of you who don't know, it's a 6 cost. Huh?
Oh, my bad. I just want to say this before you read the new card, right? Is Hell's Judgment is also like a really large inclusion now in GP moving forward because of Zoro being in the format, right? So if you have this leader that's double swinging every turn, is going to swing on your bodies and then face every turn, Hell's Judgment reduces that power for the turn instead of just countering up, right? Like Giant does. So
and even for GP. Well, even Black Purple. If you look at the Black Purple's been making some decent rounds in with my cope in Japan, and they've tacked in Black like Black Spiral or Black Vortex, right?
Yeah,
which is like, that card is incredible.
Well, I remember that card coming out and being like, well, this could be great for Purple Black to use against Blackbeard, because it'd be kind of cool. Like, oh, they fucking swing and then you just take away their effect, so now you get your effects back or whatever, right? Or if they don't pitch their card in time, you have a turn of on play effects that could change the game. But it never really made sense. Now I think it makes perfect sense, especially against Zoro, especially against fucking Roger, especially like a lot of leaders. It makes a lot of sense to kind of Imu. Fucking, it makes sense against Imu, who's gonna be a pain in the ass, you know. Yeah, I just think that
Real quick on the GP thing though, because you guys just listed all that and we've established they're getting the counter events and they're getting the draw events, I think that's even more of a reason you could see Stage go.
I would agree with this.
Because Stage is a free draw, free replacement that is nothing but value.
I think
and it's only used by GP.
Well, that's the issue, is that it's only used by GP, right?
Enos Lobby was only used by Lucci.
Yes,
hey, Zach, I just want to ask you, and I just don't know this. I don't know because you've never mentioned it. Do you think that Ina's Lobby is similar to Merry Go? I'm just checking in if you feel there's a similarity between the two. You've never mentioned it before.
Yeah, he mentioned this a lot in the car when we're driving to your house to help you move, right? And I think like fundamentally counting down, like minusing for removal, is way better than buffing for protection, right? Like just fun, because if you like Stage never bothered me because I'm just like, okay, I'll just target your other Sanji pudding or your
I think the problem though, Dean, is the idea of, I think it's relative. I think in a vacuum, I think minusing is better than buffing, especially the way that the game works.
Yeah.
I think the problem with GP, the way that the deck wants to function, is GP you're building board and you're waiting for your opening, right? You're like waiting for the all-in and you're waiting for the turn to go ham. So again, any kind of disruption there, like me, again, is like speaking biasly as like Blue Nami player, right? Like, or Blue Yellow Nami, like if I can take out one or two things and slow you down a little bit and chip away at you, I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
We're like, if as soon as you have Stage, now you're saving one or two things, and now it's making it the math a little more complicated, or it's making me change the way that I'm playing it out, because everything is at 5, right? So like everything in your deck is pretty much at 5 or 5. You know, they have 1 6 cost, but everything else is kind of at 5 or below. So you're kind of looking at it and you're going, okay, now I'm looking like my window of opportunity. You're opening up your window of opportunity as like, and then again, you're playing and replacing. So like a lot, if you're planning on going next turn, you can go all in with these event or with these stages and save multiple things. So it is a thing of like, I agree with you that Ennie's Lobby is a way better stage than Merry Go, but Merry Go in the context of GP is extremely strong.
But I think like if you look at what they've banned before, right? Like even Ina's Lobby, like they've banned cards that have very little like in the way of a strategy you can mitigate against, right? Like it makes sense for them to ban Gum Gum Giant and UP because the stuff that could mitigate against those leaders isn't strong enough to be like a real check on them, right? Like there are like, because even the strong leaders in the last game, there were checks on Blackbeard, there were checks on Shanks, right? For Dofi, Jinbei was there was not a lot of great checks on Jinbei. Dealing with that, there was not a lot of great checks on Gecko Moria in general. Dealing with him, Ina's Lobby, there weren't a lot of great, like Ice Age, there weren't a lot of great checks to fucking deal with Ice Age, right? You know,
yeah, and there's still no stage removal to this day. I mean, unless we're counting like the 3 yellow cards that remove 1 cost stages, and I'm just like, okay.
I mean, like, if they again, I think power creep wise, that's something they just need to do in general for the health of the game. They have to have, especially with the Imu, like they have to have stuff that removes stage, like at some point. I think we got to move on, but any final thoughts on ban list and how that's shaken out?
Again, for me, I think I'm with Zach in the way that like typically the historically what we've seen from them is they like to ban stage.
Yeah.
Like historically speaking, they like to ban stage.
And they like to hit the second best deck a little bit. You hit the first best deck leader, and then you hit the second best deck stage.
But why are these the 2 best decks? That's what I'm getting at.
Well, it is giant. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a bet? Do you want to make a bet? Do you want to make a bet? Let's bet. Me and Dean betting on Merry Go not to get banned, and you guys betting on Merry Go to get banned. Do you want to see?
No,
I'm down with that. Leave Giant alone. I just don't think Merry Go is a bannable card. Straight up.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. Like, I think Giant definitely is fucking like.
No, 100%. Yeah. I just don't think that's a decision they'll make.
I agree,
Again,
and I think
I agree.
Marigo would be their replacement.
I'm with you I'm with you 100%.
Oh, you're saying that instead of giant, I think there's just so many other things that they don't ban giant for them to ban to fucking hurt.
Yeah.
There's like 10 things I feel like they could.
Yo, how
before
fucked
they
up would it be if they
Marigo.
banned Sanji Pudding? Just be like, hey, fucking deal with it.
That kills the day.
'Cause
I
that's
was
a
like, that's the
definition.
Blackbeard problem. You can't ban Burgess or else you kill Blackbeard in many ways. If you ban Sanjin Pudding, you kill GP. So how do you knock GP down a little bit, but still keep it high in relevance? You hit Marigo, which counters its counterplay.
It won't just keep it in relevance. It will be the best deck. I already
if they ban
think this
up Luffy
deck,
and Marigo.
yes,
I think so.
Dude, it won't even be close. It'll be worse tier 0 than we have now, especially in context of the OP13 releases. Like,
There's so much shit in 13 that fucking buffs the fuck out of GP. It's crazy. Like, I'm so, because I get it, by the way, we're not even talking about red green, which is gonna be fucking insane, right? Like that all, like, you think the purple Luffy meta is bad? The green Luffy meta is getting scared. Green Straw Hat meta, like, green Straw Hat wasn't as
crazy. It's insane.
Green Straw Hat was just like, oh, yo, ban GP, we'll be good. Like, that's because keep in mind, like
really clear. Sorry, it's always been really clear, like, what color is up next once they hit a color, right? Like, as soon as the Dofi and the Gecko hit happened, everybody was like, okay, it's purple's time, right? This time it's super clear that green is going to be
everybody was talking shit on green like 6 months ago. Oh, you got Fortress, it's such a fucking dog shit color, and Bandai's like, yeah, it's still dog shit now, now. Here's like every fucking thing you could possibly, And
they're bringing back Green Uta. This set has Green Uta support.
Okay,
that's wild.
Right, let's move on because I got a heart out before I have to fucking pay for more days on this apartment.
Wait, let me say this. I wanted to pick your brain. That's why my backdrop has been changed. I genuinely think.
Are you Ikai Kai now? Unban. What's up?
No.
I genuinely think we could see some unbans for the first time in a long time. So
for the first time in forever,
I'm lobbying for Sakazuki. I just think based on the last ban last time, like in March, people were saying it was going to get unbanned. I was like, there's no way because we still have Gecko, we still have Ice Age. I think now that those cards are gone, we're missing Great Eruption, Ice Age, Gecko. Gravity Blade was never really good in that deck. I just think Sakazuki really has the potential to be unbanned, especially in context of Imu Leader having half of. Sakazuki's
but Sakazuki is going to get unbanned to just get rotated out months later.
No, it's
OPO5.
Dude,
it's OPO5.
Rotation is block 1. Block 1 is up to OPO4.
I don't know numbers, Dean. I'm Indian, but I'm not that good at math. Okay, so
every card, dude, it's getting rotated. It'd be
so
like,
the thing because we had like a brief version of this discussion, Zed, before while you were fixing your fucking dog shit.
Thank you for that. The kebabs were delicious, by the way.
The problem that the kind of thing we were discussing, the thing that kind of, because Dean was talking me into it, the thing that was kind of came up with was like, given current meta and given the current state of the cards that we have available to us, Blue Kuzan is kind of a bigger threat than Sakazuki.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like straight up. So like, why would you not let Sakazuki just kind of chill? But again, my thing was like, it sets a precedent, right? So now, like, the next thing you know, everyone's going to start calling for RP law. Everyone's going to start calling for all this other stuff. So
do you think do you think there's a world where RP law should be unbanned? Do you think there is a world where that would make sense?
Never.
Keep that man sealed. Keep
that
man sealed
never
forever.
come back.
Black Maria.
They're gonna just have a villain arc where like if they did like one of those things where like Hearthstone did where they have like boss like dungeon things where you get like cards. The final boss is just normal RP law.
Dude, it's like the fucking K-pop Demon Hunter shit. Like, keep that man sealed in the Han Moon, okay? Like, just keep him in there, right? Like,
they're gonna make a restricted format for him. Let him have that. Let him have a whole no restriction format, and he can sit there and own that. What I'm saying
is, like, as soon as you start unbanning leaders, or as soon as you do that, it sets a precedent, right? Like, so now, it can happen. Okay, great. And then now, the voices get louder. To start doing stuff like that, right? So they need to be very careful with how they're doing that.
And what if Sakazuki is a problem?
I have for not unbanning him. That's the only argument I have for not unbanning him.
Well, let's
too strong.
Guys, we do gotta I agree. We do got to move on because we have a limited hard out. But like I wanted to say, let's move on to I think the ban list discussion is really strong between Mary Go, Gum Gum John. We've said plenty. I think we do need to move on very quickly before we run out of time to Imu and OP13 because I think that's a really important discussion we have to have. For those of you who don't know, over the weekend. Well, we didn't get a ban list. We did get an announcement of the last leader of OP13, and it is the long-rumored Oda's favorite plushie, Imu, right? Imu has a fucking crazy effect. So per the rules of the game, you cannot put events over the cost of 2 in your deck, but once per turn, you can either sack one of your characters on your field or neg a card from your hand, right, to draw 1 card, right? And a lot of the effects and support around Imu with the 5 Elder Stars have to do with cards in your graveyard or in your discard. Now, originally people thought that it was going to be very resource intensive, but since there's been a lot of testing online, this card discards cards so this deck discards so many fucking cards so quickly. Crazy. And it is wild how much secret Celestial Dragon support there was that we didn't even know about. So that's my question to you. We have Roger coming in. We have Imu coming in. We have Green Purple Luffy possibly still being alive regardless of the bans. And we have Red Green Luffy. And we have there's so much insanely powerful leaders in this next meta for OP13. My thoughts, I'm going to open it up. What do you guys feel about Imu? Game breaking, mitigative, or like is it a tier 0? How bad is this?
I think it's tier 1 or 2.
Tier 1. I'd agree with that.
I say this as somebody who's gonna alt out this deck because I love like, you know, OTK style decks where you play with the graveyard, you just like fill your board.
Let's play with this trash.
Yeah. I love playing with my trash, dude. Yeah. I think it'll be low tier 1, maybe high tier 2. The deck
really
I'm in that same zone. I think bottom 1, top of 2. I think is where I have it.
Yeah.
I think the thing that you run into is it runs into the same problem that Roger has of like, or it runs into the same like UP problem or whatever, but like where you're just waiting for 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, if you run into, you know, obviously now, but you run into like Rayleigh or Bella Betty, or like, you know, you run into Yamato, you might have some trouble.
I'll say this though, the deck is definitely going to warp the meta. So I think like Blue Purple Luffy was a seriously meta warping deck, right?
Yeah.
But even with the meta warping around it, it was able to adapt and still be tier 0. I think this is a seriously meta warping deck, but it doesn't have as much survivability as Blue Purple does, right? I think it has a resource issue like a lot of big content creators and pro players have pointed to. So that's kind of where I'm just like, it's a 4-life single or monocolor leader, right? It's insane once you get to 10 Dawn. It's insane if it stabilizes, but you know, you shouldn't let it stabilize, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like I feel like
are on play.
Well, but again, I think we're also discounting that. Also, fuck you, Zach. How dare you? How dare those words come out of the hole in your face? Like, what the fuck? Okay, I think first off, like, I think the other thing we're not thinking about is that stage is not something to ignore. Like the fact that you can get, because think about it this way, like you get so much value for that. Like at 6 Dawn. That's very dangerous. Like at 7 Dawn, that's incredibly
6 Dawn,
dangerous.
you play a 6 cost and a 3 cost.
Yeah, you don't run into
7.
costs,
Yeah,
but,
no, 7
oh, no.
7 Dawn you can play. 7 Dawn you can play a 4 cost and a 7 cost or a 6 cost. Like
okay,
there's a lot
so you
of
have
things
to make it to the 7 Dawn turn.
Zach, if your only argument for everything is on play, I don't want to hear it from you. Okay, like
it's not. It requires you to get 7 in trash. Which so again, and this is
Super
I think
easy.
the reason I think this deck will be good is that's super easy against anyone else but Blackbeard, because they do require their own plays to get into trash. No, it's not.
How is it not easy?
Unless you're pitching half your hand in the first thing, you do 1 for effect. So you cycle out 1 card from your hand for effect on turn 1 or 2. So you have 1 card in trash. If I take first,
but it's searchers discard cards. If you're gonna first off, keep in mind, are you gonna neg his effect for the whole game? Are you gonna just discard his effect for the whole game?
His searcher starts at 4 Dawn. Yeah, the moment he gets
No, there's a
4
searcher
Dawn,
that's
yeah.
there's a searcher that's earlier than that.
He has 2 searchers
Yeah.
that are 1 Dawn.
Oh,
One
there
is
is?
the one we're seeing in the premium Bondi folder, right? Another one is an event searcher. They both do the same thing, except the character searcher forces you to discard because Imu's ability lets you trash celestial dragons from the field to draw a card, right? So it's card neutral.
Okay.
Zach, respectfully, I think you're bugging. I think this
Probably.
might be
This is
one
cope.
of the.
This is early cope.
This might be the worst.
I
this might
accept
be-
that.
This might be the worst cope I've ever heard from you. I respectfully think this is going to be a very, very one-sided matchup. I think Blackbeard's worst nightmare is board spam. It can't stop, and it can't stop this because it's activate main. So,
And yeah, that's, I mean, like, because keep
the
in
Big
mind
Ten
too, like,
effect, I do agree is a problem.
yeah.
but I mean, like, even then, like, yeah, like you have board spam before that, and like, if he was only running the 5 elders, like that's the whole deck, I would agree with you. But it's not just the 5 elders. You run those like 1 or 2 cost celestial dragons that give you discards that do so much work. And then like also, I saw one deck running an extra copy of Mary Joa, right, just in case to deal with some matchups. Like I think it's a Mary Joas. What's the Mary
Joa?
Geese?
No. Mary Joie.
Mary Joa. Mary Joa.
We should have
Mary
all just
John.
had the worst possible like
I'm not going to marry
pronunciation of
John. You
that.
marry him.
First off, John is my best friend, and I will marry him if I so choose.
Shit, dude. Go for it. I'm just not playing that in my deck. I get the whole like. I see why they're playing one because it's just like their theory is either if your 7 cost stage gets popped or you're playing into a really aggressive matchup.
Well, aren't the elders also celestial dragon type?
Yeah, they are. No, so that's what I'm saying. It would reduce the cost by 1, right, across the board for everything, even the 10 drop, which is why they did that, because if you could play the 10 drop for 9 and then still have 1 left over for the ability to do it on the same turn if you have the other stage, right? So I see why they're including it for counterplay, but I would.
But if you have the other stage, just play the 10 drop off the stage for 3 and then 7 Dawn.
Yeah,
but also
like no question, you play the 7 drop stage as your like 1 for the game out in the beginning.
Yeah.
The other thing I would say is also like a thing that people aren't thinking about is like it doesn't say which specific that 10 drop. It doesn't say which specific Elder Stars you can play. So you can play like 4 of the one that is like if you're able to.
It says different named. It says different named. You have to pick different named ones.
Otherwise, I'm doing 5 news.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, wouldn't you just do like 4 of the rush and then the 7 drop, and then it's just 7? Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That would be
it's one of
horrible.
each. It's one of each.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But
you're not wrong.
even the option to play the 10 drop and then do the 1 of each, and then like maybe play another one of the rushes would be fucking kind of crazy.
That, dude. Swing with the 7 Dawn beforehand on whatever board you have built, and then play the 10 drop and sit there with a full board.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, this deck is gonna be a problem.
For any Japanese players that watch us, dude, I've been watching y'all make content with Imu for the entire week so far, right? Can y'all please sack your stuff on the board to Imu's leader ability before you play the 10 drop and activate it? Oh my god, it hurts my feelings so much every single time I pull up an Imu video and they're just negging cards, right? That's what I think is really great about the deck is I think if like the skill gap for resource management is huge in that deck. It's kind of like Blackbeard where you have to know what turns
you can play
are
really
like
bad.
turns.
You can play really bad emus.
And just whoop them, or really good emus and like just skill diff them, right?
Yeah.
That was fun.
The thought of killing your own characters before the 10 drop, that's actually really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the point.
That's
right. Like the deck plays very like you look at it, it plays very similar to Blackbeard in that 2 of the 5 elders are blockers. One of them replaces itself, right? It just says draw a card on KO. And so what you're doing is you're just trashing, like if you still have bodies left over before you play the 10 drop on your 10 Dawn turn, you just sack one of them because it's a once per turn effect, one of them to leader ability. So you're negging cards. And then the characters you get off the 10 cost, I think it's Saint, the one we have in the anime right now. What's his name?
Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn is the one that searches. So you're not really negging cards off the leader ability into the 10 drop, right? I think the 10 drop's insanely strong. That's what makes the deck, without a doubt. I think
easily, yeah. I think
without it.
I think there's a lot of this deck that, like, I really do think that the stage and the combination of like the support. I mean, I'm really interested to see. I'm really excited for like the meta 413, right? Like, I think like I was a little worried with. I thought Roger was like easily the standout of the bunch. I thought red green was really cool. I like how strong Imu looks, and I'm just interested to see how this is, right? How it's going to interact with Zoro, how it's going to interact when Bandai instead reverse ban lists and lets you have 5 Gum Giants. It's going to be a really great meta that I'm going to personally enjoy quite a bit.
Like, so this is the thing about the meta, right? Like, I was thinking about the other day. Like, again, if we pencil in like I think Roger's also in the same vein of like bottom tier 1, top of tier 2, even maybe mid tier 2. And then if you put Mimu in that same vein, like the top decks are still gonna be your like aggro or mid-range aggro decks, because they just eat those for like GP eats those both for dinner, right? Like even for me, like Blue Yellow Nami still eats, like I think eats those decks for dinner. Like it's a matter of figuring out like the tempo of it and controlling. All of these mid-range tempo decks are just going to destroy these decks.
I think that's
like Zoro's going to do really well.
Do you think you'd be favored into Imu though?
Yes.
With Blue Yellow Nami?
Yeah, I do.
How? Because you
the
can't
hero
remove
of the
anything
story,
of
Zack.
theirs. Yeah,
I think
remember, because before he gets to before Imu gets to 10, right? It's just survival, right? 4 life leader and just survival, but they're also pitching half of their hand half the game, and then the
and redrawing it though.
What's up?
Yeah, they're redrawing it. You can't remove their blockers.
Their hand coming from. That's what I'm not understanding.
You can't remove it. Blackbeard can remove their cards. No other deck can.
No, I'm saying, I don't think Nami's gonna remove it. He's saying he can just rush it down because they're pitching their
hand.
Where's this notion?
Yeah, and Blackbeard can't. Wait, Blackbeard can remove Emu's cards. What? Like all of the cards are saying
Blackbeard can take away. Yes, it can. Blackbeard will have 2 cards that can take away its effect to kill it. First off is Black Hole. 4 cost will take away the effect and kill whatever card. Doesn't matter what it is. It nullifies the card. It takes away the ability and will kill it. The second one, and I'm only adding this in because it's super cheeky, the new 10 drop we get nullifies the entire board when attacking. And the only reason I think that's actually cool is if you take second from Imu, and on your 10 on turn you go 10 drop.
Zach, I say this with all due respect because you're one of my favorite people. Zach, I have to say this with all due respect. You'd be a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh villain. You would be a Yu-Gi-Oh villain because you would draw the card that's like, oh, actually, I have this specific counter that works for this card.
That I have to set up 3 turns in advance because
that you just set up 3 turns in advance.
You clear
I think I understand, but like Zach, you're also using six Dawn.
I'm scared.
Yeah, see,
one of my 5 elders got cleared. Oh no.
Yeah, dude. Like I think that's and keep in mind, like that's like they're not necessarily like they spam so much board, dude. Like it's not only just the fact that you can remove 1 or 2. Also, like you have to keep in mind your game plan has to work as well. So I think that like it just puts you in a bad position. It's a bad matchup not because it destroys you, but it puts you in an awkward position where you have to make choices against your game plan versus disrupting theirs. And if you make the wrong choice, you're in a bad spot. I mean, am I bugging?
My thing is my thing with the Nami match, just to get back really quickly too, is like I'm not talking about the Elder cards. I'm talking about like all of the Celestial Dragons that they're gonna have to play to survive. All those small like chump blockers. I can just remove those real quick. Like I'm just removing and swinging, and then plus I'll get to the point where I'm surviving so long because they're not going to be able to do anything. So I'm gonna have the Kuma on board. I'm gonna have the Odin. I'm gonna have the kid. Where I'm gonna rush them down.
Okay,
I don't think so. Their whole board Nats swing 7 into your 7K leader.
We're running out of time. I hate to end it, but do we have any final thoughts on Imu and OP13 and how we think it's going to shake out?
I think we need to see more of this deck first.
Oh yeah, go for it. My bad.
We need to see, at least more of this, like, because we have the full set now, right?
No, we're still a few cards
We're
away.
still waiting. We got a new Celestial Dragon last night.
Yeah, the 2K.
Oh god.
Yeah. So like I don't know, but again, to me,
Switching to Imu, guys. I'm switching to
This is
Imu.
gonna sound fucked up.
I think you should,
Live
though.
villain arc.
Dean's probably watched the same. Dean's probably watched the same thing I watch. I need to see non-Japanese pilots with this deck. I need to see non-Japanese pilots with this deck.
Oh
I'm
my
not even,
God.
like, I don't even mean to throw shade. I need to see it.
No, throw the shade. We've been tiptoeing around it for so fucking long. I'm so tired of it. All right? No. Come
It's
in 4 months we're gonna have to prove it. In 4 months you're gonna have to be like, you're not gonna be able to be like, no shade. I don't want to see Japanese pilots. You're gonna be like, they ass. We gotta deal with this. We gotta let them know.
Yeah, dude, it is astonishing that they like. It's just this, like they've made the same mistake so many times. Or I'll see them use the Searcher, the woman Celestial Dragon, right? Pitch for that, and then still pitch a card from hand for leader ability to draw a card. I'm like, dude, it's
probably not even Japan. It's probably just specifically the content creators they're putting up. It's probably also the content creators they're putting up, right? I don't think, because I think if you're a Japanese pro, you're trying to like save that shit for nationals a little bit, right?
Oh yeah,
Again,
I think pros are pros.
There's
anywhere,
a skill
but-
range. There's a skill range in any kind of region. I'm just saying,
Yes.
all of the gameplay videos that I've seen for Imu in
Every
the last
single
week,
one.
I need to see non-Japanese pilots with stick.
Yeah.
Let's us make one. We'll make one. We'll make one.
I was like,
We'll
now
make one.
that sounds like we need to do an
Yeah, we'll
Imu
start
versus
with,
all
That
of our
is-
leaders.
Okay, I
Someone
gotta.
needs to
Imu-
proxy this out.
My
start
girlfriend
with
is
Imu
staring
into-
daggers at me, and I'm gonna get in massive trouble because I'm already overtime because I'm already fucking the internet badly.
We
But very quickly,
6:30.
I can't. I got a bill early. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's gonna be it for today's episode of Go for Lethal. Thank you guys so much for joining. Very quickly, if you haven't already, go check out skilldiff.gg. They got brand new mats. They just don't you have any new mats coming in and everything like that?
Yeah, so we're working on cloth mats right now for Gundam and Riftbound. I don't know how you guys feel about Riftbound, but I'm super excited for that game, and can't wait to start pushing product for it.
Alrighty, well, Riftbound, and you can use the code GoForLethal5 for 5% off skill.gg. Anyway, before we go, appreciate y'all for watching. We'll be back hopefully next week with a non-remote episode if we can all get together, and I will not be rushing. I owe all of these gentlemen dinner or something for fucking my terrible ass internet and like me eating kebabs in front of them because I'm a fucking terrible person. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys.
Correlation, not causation.
All right, okay. My name is Zetsaban.
I'm Dean Kazanov.
I'm Zack Chamberlain.
And I'm Chris Okamura.
And we'll catch y'all soon.